Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Terratech with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to a brand new patch. In fact, several new patches have came out since the last video and this one, due to the extended break I was taking, and there is a lot of new items to explore, some of which you can see right now, some new versions of the propellers, and some new wheels from Venture, and then things like a new delivery cannon and massive wheels from Geocorp. But today, we're going to be focusing mainly on finally building up the trailer. I've just been having fun messing around with this bike for the last few minutes, making it jump and adding all sorts of other stuff, but honestly, just the basic scout bike makes me incredibly happy. So with that, let's go back into the campaign, let's build up our trailer, and let's see if we can find any of the new items. We're back in Terratech. Back in the game once again. So, one thing I've noticed straight away is this. Yeah, the mortar shells no longer have trails, and I've changed my settings several times, thinking that perhaps it was because I reduced some settings that was being caused, but no. They just don't have the trails anymore. It does seem to cause less lag with a few volleys, but the lag, don't worry, is still there if I spam fire. Yep, down to 30 FPS, down to 25, and we are dropping 14, 10, and then we rapidly go back to 60. So yeah, mortars are still the laggy, lovely mess they have always been. So, where is the trailer? Well, the trailer has been despawned for the time being, so let's go ahead and find it. I can't remember what it's called, spawn it back in, and do some work with it. I am a little bit worried though. Making the trailer bigger is going to mean getting over hills and stuff gets even more complicated. A lot of people have suggested using hover plates for the trailer, but all I can think of is that thing swaying madly every time we try to take a turn. I do really think that the trailer way of playing this game isn't the best way. So my idea is to still have the trailer, but don't always have it hooked up. Only spawn it in locations where we're actually going to use it. And of course, it is a resource harvester, so when I'm cutting down trees or anything else, have it spawned in. And then if we add some combat elements to it, we can also spawn it in during fights. Just when I'm trying to climb up hills and stuff, simply despawn the entire vehicle, because otherwise it's going to be absolutely mental. In all the bad ways. Also, the audio glitch is still here. When you fire too many weapons or too many things are going on, it simply cuts out. Well, it's not so much of a glitch as you're just reaching the maximum sound effects the game wants to try and process, so, you know, to reduce lag. The problem is, though, it also cuts out the music. The last couple of videos, there's been almost no audio, so, yeah. I know of the problem. From the warp, I summon thee. There we go. Hello there, little trailer. You are going to be changed quite dramatically. So how are we going to do this? I think the front will be kept the same height, at least this little bit here, which is where the ball socket actually connects. There we are. The rest, though, is going to be changed dramatically. So, we're still going to want the trailer wheels. How many of those do we actually have? And are they the experimental ones? I believe they are. We have exactly how many we have, plus 1, so we have 5. That really isn't too much. So it turns out I was incorrect about the wheels. As a lot of you probably saw, we actually only have 4 of the medium wheels, and then we have 1 of the smaller ones. And because I want the craft to be quite uniform, we need some more of the medium wheels. So let's go out to all of the different trading posts and hopefully get some more. Okay, here's the next one. This craft is weirdly difficult to land because of how front heavy it is, so expect this to crash. Or not. Yes, there we go. We actually managed to land this thing for once. Let's have a look. See, what do you have in the experimental section? And wheels? You have the June wheels. Okay. The last one I went to didn't have any wheels, so, I mean, it's getting better. I think as soon as we have 8, then I will start the building. But for now, we get to see some pretty scenery. Oh, incoming the next trading station. There it is. On a deceptively bumpy section of ground. And we're going to be doing this for a while. As much as I do love the new terrain generation, it is so bumpy now. All of the hills everywhere. It makes building anything which can't deal with that type of terrain utterly worthless. Which I don't really like, honestly. Because there's a lot of builds I want to make at the moment, and all I can think of is it will have no purpose in the campaign at all. Oh, something's gone wrong. Something's broke on this, hasn't it? No, it's just, again, it's too bottom heavy and too front heavy. So every time you do a movement, it becomes really exaggerated. I could just rebuild it in a matter of seconds, but that would be the easy way out. And we don't take the easy way out here. We can't even say it properly. That's how, we don't take it. Wheels? Darn it. I think we may need to do some missions. Another thought occurs to me. Because now we can simply swap vehicles constantly, as you can probably see right now, since I'm using the flyer and not the main vehicle, we could just make a harvester. We do have some really cool stuff to make a really cool harvester. Especially since trailers are so difficult to use. This whole episode just became an episode of me talking about trailers rather than actually doing anything about them. Oh lord. This is gonna hurt. Well, hurt less than expected, but did lose a couple of wheels. There we go. Hello, you're a little bit smaller than me, guy. Sorry, guy. Oh, we even got a mission complete for that. Well, that was nice. I think it's a sign. We should do stuff around here for a little bit. Yeah, so I think today we're actually going to build a harvester instead. I've got like 25 minutes of footage right now already, and you've probably only seen 5 minutes because of this change of mind. Yeah, ooh. You are the anchored delivery cannon, which looks awesome with so many inputs. And then we've got a fuel tank, a thruster, some wings, a little gun, a doodah, a flesh block, because who doesn't want a good flesh block these days? A Stig's Viking helmet. There we are. Zar for references. A Hawkeye wing wheel, which I never found much use for, honestly, so I will try and use that in the future. So nothing too fancy there, but still, gotta love loot boxes. Goodbye, tiny wheel. Now let's have a look-see at this land. I remember it having a really weird name, but I could be wrong. It could be a really generic name, and I'm just remembering something else. The biome I'm talking about, of course. Now, I know it has a lot of resources. As you can see there, all of those rocks are all resource rocks. Yeah, we need to make a harvester and test it out here. That's gonna happen. That's just what we're doing today. Okay. All good. And we can't find any more wheels anyway. We will go back to the trailer idea, because I still want several trailers attached to each other. I think the idea is just so much fun. So don't worry, that will happen. But for now, I think it would be a lot easier just to make a harvester and just have fun that way. Deal? Deal. Let's build something. You. Could you please... If I put that there, that'll make this easier, just for once. I said just for once. There we go. And you can protect us while we build. Does this look silly? Yes. Does it look kind of fun? Also yes. Loads of little wheels. We could be the most adorable little harvesting block ever. Also, this zone is tanking my frame rate. It's actually one of the reasons why I took a bit of a break from Terratech. All the little minor technical problems, because, you know, it's a game in early access, it will have technical problems, was starting to get me a little bit down. I wasn't enjoying the game as much, and anytime I don't enjoy the game, I simply move on for a while, because I cannot act for potatoes. So if I'm not having fun, it really comes across. I think I'm going to go down this route, loads of little wheels. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, are you warping in and out of... How are you doing that? You know, there's meant to be physics here, and you are just... Yep, you're swaying all over those physics. Are you what's causing... Okay, let's find out. It was you! I just gained 40 FPS. Kill your friends, gain FPS. Lathrix 2017. couple of angled plasma cutters. Certainly does the job. Almost reaches the floor if we put that one further down, but then of course we're losing this lovely ground clearance, which is definitely going to be a plus. Let's see how fast this would cut down rocks. Very, very quickly, okay, and plus we can turn very quickly on the spot, which is exactly what I want. Very similar to using tracks, honestly. Very quick at turning when stationary. Yeah, that took seconds. So that is probably enough for our harvesting. We could add more or place them in a different way so they're covering sort of a full arc in front of us. Now with trees and such, I guess having some sort of weapon on the front as well, just to make sure we don't get stuck like that, would also be good. But yeah, I'm surprisingly happy with this. What I think is I'll add all of the collectors underneath here, and then we have enough space on top, we can easily put the delivery cannon and everything else, and maybe even a shield system. The problem is I have no idea how this is going to anchor to get power, so maybe shield system isn't what we're going to have. I mean, it's only meant to be a harvester. Also, that weird audio glitch. I don't know what causes it, but I will find out eventually, after destroying all life. Or at least, all trees. That's interesting. I can almost flip backwards. I'm guessing more weight will cause that to be less of a problem. So I ended up becoming absolutely bankrupt because I forgot until recently you can use the payload terminals to purchase unlimited items of things you've already unlocked. Sadly, no payload terminal, however, will allow you to purchase experimental items like the trailer wheels. So I ended up purchasing quite a lot, and I went down very rapidly to almost zero money. But now, we're back up to over 10,000 because this biome is fantastic for harvesting resources. And I kind of threw this together very quickly, just so it basically works. And it does. It's just really, really basic. So much money, though, to be found here. These wheels also don't have enough grip, I find. When you're moving forward slowly, you lose a lot of control. When you're stationary, the turning's fantastic. When you're moving, it can be really, really difficult not to bounce off. It's that really extreme amount of recoil because of how bouncy the wheels are. I'll harvest you, I'll harvest you, and that should be enough to get the rest of the items I wanted, so now I can go back to where I plonked down everything and finish it off. Plonked down everything. I felt rather British saying this. I am so tempted to purchase more of the Titan wheels. They are very expensive. We could have 2 more on the front, but I feel like these little ones are probably better just because it means it frees up more space on the top. These things are fun. They're definitely fun. Also ridiculous. But also very fun. But also ridiculous. For now, I will go with the side of caution and leave it as it is. So, the first thing I need is a second furnace generator, because I want these two to be parallel to each other. If you were a furnace generator, you would be under power, as we found out earlier. There we go. At 12,000, that's a steal, buddy. There we go. Now we can really rapidly get some power going. I could also probably add some hex shields from Hawkeye, couldn't I? Because A, they look awesome, and B, they're very effective. Let's see. How about there? So just behind the wheel. I don't think one of those would cover everything, so I think we will have to go with 2, and that just about covers the front weapons as well. There we go. Is that everything covered? Just about. Then I'll need 2 at the back as well, though, so they will probably go there. Or I could remove that block and place it there instead. That's probably the better idea. Now, do I have the payload terminal for Hawkeye? You know, I don't think I do. I don't, so I only have 2 available to me. So only the front gets protected. Okay, that's fine. So I just realized something. I completely forgot about the pacemaker. This is the problem with taking a long break from a game. Little things like that completely slip your mind. Whoa, that is a really weird hovercraft there in the background. Kind of just being careful not to get too close to it. Never mind, we're now friends with it, and we flipped it. I'm going to go bye-bye now, but as you can see, everything's going really, really quickly because we have the pacemaker. Yay, running away. How equipped for combat should we make this resource harvester? I'm kind of alternating between full-on combat and no combat at all. But I guess maybe the best compromise there then would just be somewhere in the middle. Naturally, a working vehicle needs lights. Lots of really obnoxious yellow lights. Because how else will people know where we are and where to kill us in the dark? I mean, really, we're just doing them a service. There we go. Kind of looks like a torture device on that battery. And yes, the battery is sticking right out at the back for people to shoot. Once again, we are being very kind. I've also added some thrusters and some fuel tanks at the bottom. This is becoming a little bit of an abomination, let's be perfectly honest. So, I've been thinking, which is a very rare thing for me, and what we're going to do in the near future then is create a few standalone vehicles. So I'm constantly swapping between them, so we have our harvester here, we are going to have a proper plane, maybe a helicopter in addition, if I'm feeling like it, a hovercraft, our main combat vehicle, and all of that good stuff, especially with how easy it is now to constantly swap vehicles. I think this is a really good idea, and certainly an interesting one. I see you up there, you sneaky bugger. Well, that worked. So the problem with adding weaponry to this craft is just I don't want to constantly be using regular weapons when I'm harvesting. I really wish there was an easy hotkey system, so, I don't know, spacebar would be fire weapons, but then shift was to use all of our harvest items. I think that would be a really good addition, because as you can see, I don't want that to happen all the time. And thankfully in this craft we can outrun quite a few others. I just have to remember, stay still to turn. There we go. Little thrusters on the bottom. Actually a pretty fast harvester. And it can climb, so functionally, we're pretty much there. I just wish this could be mirrored, but of course these don't work like that. Since they have an input and an output, and that's always on the same side according to it. So if I flip this, I'd have to kind of reroute it. So one way to do that, I guess, would just be to have one conveyor belt, just make them merge earlier on. That would probably make it look a lot better. It's got to be said. Missile away! Let's see what's over there then, in the new biome. Also, what's close by? Oh, I really should cancel the long-range ones. They can cause some lag as well, so you two can go away. Venture Hunter, Geocorp Hunter, Tech Hunter. Oh, we need to kill one more to win. Oh, wow. You're a bit of a bundle of evil, aren't you? Now, here's the question. Yeah, I was about to say, can I spawn that in? Probably not, because it's got too many parts in this craft. I would have to do this. So spawn in you for a second, just so I can jump off. Let's make sure this is saved. Snap. B-bot. There we go. Got an A-bot and a B-bot now. Both of them need names, of course. You, bugger on off. And then, summon A-bot. Or Abbott. And let's get you nice and charged up before we go into the battle. There I was, simply relaxing. I simply went to get a drink, quite simply, and then I simply got ambushed by this simple fellow. Rather mean, really. I don't know if I prefer the mortar shells with or without their trails. Weirdly, I think I might actually prefer it without. It looks a little bit more, not quite realistic, but... Ooh. Different. Anchored delivery. Oh, delivery cannon, I suppose. Well, it looks cool, at least. Got a nice helicopter blade for the helicopter we're going to be building soon enough. Okay, cool. A lot of stuff we do actually need, so thank you very much for that. It also means that guy over there can survive, although we do still need to kill Geocorp techs, so maybe not. So one thing I noticed about this fellow is he has a load of those tracks, so we definitely want to keep this guy alive, or at least the parts which make him up alive as much as possible. Just let the mortars do their work, they'll hurt the tracks last. He's actually surprisingly quick, and that's a lot of melee weapons. He doesn't seem to understand how to turn. Oh no, he has now learnt it. It's so weird watching those mortar shells. It's almost like a homing set of birds. That's how I'm seeing it. Oh, that's a lot of batteries that he has got. Okay, so let's put this down now. I feel like it might detonate very, very soon. Don't want to do too much damage, but at the same time, we can't die ourselves. And let's move. Okay, we've got to trapped him on the side there. Let's bugger on off. We can move faster forwards, of course, because we have thrusters. This is the slowest, silliest battle ever. A fast craft would just dominate this fight. Come on, let's get that battery already. It's right there, it's red. As soon as it starts going off, that's when I'll put down this. Okay, there we go. One battery just went. Didn't cause the chain reaction I was expecting, honestly. There's one of the cabs, but there's several. Come on, if you don't lose everything, you're going to give me so much stuff I need. We're still going to half it at this rate. Oh, there we go. Nope, no, I thought it was dead. I thought it was dead, apparently not. Where's the next cab? There it is. This is such a weird fight. Oh, everything's red. Bad, bad, bad. There's the chain reaction I was expecting. Did it die? I got experience for it. Is that just because I knocked out one of the cabs? There's the other one. Looks like it's lost all its ability to fight at least, so now it can be a bit more precise. There goes half it. Whoa. Still, got a lot. I'm tempted to remove the mortars and just use the lasers to try and chunk away at it, but that'll take too long. There we go. Yeah, lost a few, but no, we got a load of tracks there. Could have done better. Really should have just stopped and just removed the mortars and then used the melee lasers, which it actually managed to knock off a few of. I'm assuming when it rammed us at the start, it must have hit them. Although I did lose the lasers in the first fight versus the invader, I did put them all back before that fight. Did I just put the wrong weapon on there? Yes, I did. Because why wouldn't you? Go away. There we are, and last laser, I think. Okay, so how many tracks did we just get? Not bad. 11 of the middle tracks. We now have 2 of the left and 4 of the right, which means, yep, I could now make a craft using those, which is awesome. Now, let's go back to our harvester, because we desperately need some money. I still love that animation. Load text, and somewhere there will be B-bot. There he is. Wait, this is the earlier version, or am I going mad? No, this is still the later version, just has no power. Just looks weird about all the shields. So for now, I'm afraid I really am all out of time for today's video. The game did crash 3 times, so this took a little bit longer than expected. I wanted to do a little bit more, but I think we've got the general premise of where we're going now. So I do apologize for the fact this video has been a little bit all over the place, but from now on we have some set goals, and it's going to be a lot of fun building loads of different types of techs. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Terratech is a series you wish to see continued in the future, as I struggle to even kill a tree. Whoa, missiles don't give you anything from trees, it seems to knock out everything. Missile, go away. Thank you, undo button.